Hello and welcome to this Photoshop CS6 video tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create a cinema graph. So I have one in front of me here, and basically I've got the small boy sat on a tree stump, and we can just see the animation of the balloon just over on the right hand side. And this is created out of a short video clip within Photoshop CS6. So we'll get straight into it. Just close down Internet Explorer and go back to Photoshop CS6. And the first thing I want to do is open up a movie file within CS6 itself. So just select the file, click open, and first thing I need to do is just to select a bit of footage. So if I go down to the timeline here, I'm just going to trim that down, just take away the very start of the footage and also the end of the footage. So just going to reduce that down to about 2 seconds. Now that I've trimmed the video clip to the length that I want, what I'm going to do now is apply some adjustments just as I would with any still image. So go down to my adjustment layers. First of all, I'm going to select curves. Just going to pull in the two edges just to meet the histogram and create a bit of an S-curve just to improve the tone and colour. Close that down. Now go to colour balance, and again just going to make a few adjustments here just to improve the colour. Close that down. And now that I'm happy with how the image has looked, so really improved the contrast and colour there, I'm going to hold down Shift, Control, Alt and E just to create a flattened image of that layer. With that done, I'm just going to hold down Alt and clip that layer to the adjustment layers and add a layer mask. Then select the paintbrush tool, make sure I've got black selected, and I'm just going to create a bit of a mask over the balloon, which is the area of the animation that I want to shine through. Now with that done, I'm going to go straight up to File, down to Export and Render Video. Going to call it Cinegraph. Select the folder, just put that onto the desktop and click render, just making sure that it's saving down as an MP4. So after a few moments that video will have rendered, and then I can go up to File, down to Import and Video Frames to Layers. Just select my file here, and I want to range to import from beginning to end and make frame animation. Just click OK. And after a few moments that'll open up within Photoshop. So if I now click play, I can now see the animation and how it's going. Now I've got quite a few frames here, so I just want to shorten this down to about 20 frames, and I quite like the end of the animation. So if I click back to about frame 29 to 1, I'm just going to remove those last frames, so just delete those frames. So I've now got quite a nice short animation of the balloon just spinning there. So what I want to do is get quite a nice smooth animation, so I'm just going to make sure that I've got all of my frames selected, all 21. Then I want to copy the frames, go back and paste the frames. Make sure I've got paste after selection selected, click OK. And then you'll notice that all of these frames in the timeline are already selected, and I just want to reverse those so that I get a nice smooth animation. So I just click reverse frames. Now at the moment I've got a couple of duplicate frames of frame 21 and 22, and also 42 and frame 1. So because they're going to meet each other, I'm going to delete those to remove any jitter within the video. So just select delete frame and yes. Again the same with frame 41, delete frame and yes. And now if I play my animation, it should look quite nice and smooth. Perfect, so it's now ready to export out as the final GIF. So if we go up to Final, Save for Web. So it takes a few moments for the image to load within the Save for Web dialog window. And then we just want to make a few quick changes to the presets. So first of all, I'm going to change from adaptive to selective, and I'm also going to set transparency to no transparency dither. Once that's done, just need to click save. Then I can name my file Cinematograph, just click save, and that'll render out the final GIF image. So that's how to create a cinematograph using Photoshop CS6.